we are talking a great deal and we are reading a great deal about the dedicated freight corridor. How exactly it is going to impact the surface movement, particularly on the road?
My answer is yes and no. Yes, because railways also, I'll tell you why. I have a reason for it. Yes, because railways also have understood where they have lost the game in the last 20, 30 years' time. And they are actively trying to get back into the game. And I see many divisional railway managers taking active part in providing last mile delivery, first mile delivery, etc., which is also a key concern for an end user industry, basically. So there are many plans at various DRM levels, at regional levels for them to do this. So I believe, yes, some amount of business might flow in towards the railways. But overall, will it make a substantial change? I do not see so, because the Indian market is expanding. There is space for everybody. Railways might increase the share of their goods transportation from the current 30% of the movement, maybe by 1 or 2 percentage point, 3 percentage point. But the overall market would continue to increase, and roadways will continue to have an increased market share because of the flexibility available, because of the tonnage capability available, and also because the many new tech digital players who have come in and disrupted the industry and providing various and multiple services at very economical rates, I should say, at
Even
very economical rates. So I know it will be very difficult.
supply chain disruption happened. This startup disruption has happened in a very big way in the transport segment.
As a matter of fact, it is both are parallel movements. If you would look at it, supply chain disruption happened only from March, but transport segment disruption has been happening for the last 3 or 4 years time. And last 1 year, I think it has taken the last 2 years, I should say, the speed of this change has happened very fast. So it has reached a critical volume now.
Higher payload, massive warehouses across the country. What kind of a lessons or what kind of projections you make, for your industry, for your own company per se?
See, one thing we have to understand post GST is that definitely large capabilities built in small places. The distribution channel has entirely changed. If you look at the scenario 4 or 5 years back and currently, it has changed completely thanks to GST introduction now, right? And similarly, and that consolidation of warehouses and happening, and it will continue to happen for the next 2, 3, 4 years time. So maybe somebody looking at this industry at 2025 will see, and somebody who has seen it at 2015 would see a sea change over a decade, the way the distribution pattern has changed in this country. And that is a welcome change which has happened. Higher payload means customers have to understand that, to be flexible and agile, they have to rethink their supply chain contracts per se. When I say they have to rethink supply chain contracts, even today there are many customers who ask for 9-ton vehicles. Now 9-ton vehicles is a dinosaur which only operates in small segments in some places, not easily available. But people are still on 9-ton multiple still. Okay. There are many people still on 16-tonner, while 16-tonner is also slowly going the way 9-tonners are. It's almost gone. I think over a period of next 3-4 years, even 21-tonner is on the way out. 25-tonner and 30-tonner is going to be the norm. So what really matters for this is people will have to relook and look at it and see. Every contract says no other material should be clubbed along with my material, with our material. This is one clause which will die immediately. Customers will have to willy-nilly accept the fact that the transport service provider will have to club loads to have optimum solution to be offered to the customer. There is still resistance to it because contracts are legacy contracts. People are still living in service tax time. I still see contracts which comes with service tax terms and conditions even now. Even though service tax have gone down, gone out of this thing, our system long time back. So similarly, what will happen is that this is a clause which will die immediately, and TSPs will have to plan better as to how we can club loads which does not destroy value for 2 or 3 customers, basically, because there is an art and science behind what you call joining clubbing loads. Basically, you cannot club food products with chemicals.
What you're talking about is a collaborative logistics on the finished item movement.
Exactly, and that collaborative logistics is the game now, which is the time has come now, and that will continue to grow in at a much faster pace now.
How receptive will be a client to collaborative logistics? Your own clients?
No, as of now, no. I don't see them being receptive. But then I have started evangelizing it now, and I have been telling them. And I think over a period of time, we can definitely convert them. People will eventually listen when you start not getting the vehicles which you require for.
Okay, one last question, Mr. Kumar. When you look back 2020, what one word that comes to your mind?
If you are talking about a one word, I should say stress.
So what is going to be 2021? What are you looking in 2021?
Again, all of us, we live by hope alone. All of us, we live by hope alone. And, hope is that 21 would be totally different from what 2020 has been. And this is the time for us, or for me and our organization, to wish everybody better 2021, a much better 2021, negating all the ill effects of 2020 and having much more prosperous and much more peaceful, much more less stressful times ahead in 2021. So we look ahead with a lot of hope, because definitely last 2 months has seen a positive side of Indian economy growing. Even though there is a new uncertainty the last new week with the new virus strain, but still I think last 2 months have been positive and been this thing. So we look forward with a lot of hope. 2021 things would be much better, and maybe we are all now much better prepared for an eventuality which could be crippling for all of us. So business continuity plans have really changed now, and it is taking much more sharper focus now and sharper impact now. So I think that's one which has happened. But look forward with a lot of hope. Look forward 2021 with new opportunities. New opportunities because many businesses coming in India new, which was not there. Consolidation, better GST control, and hopefully lesser controls on the road, because our road transport minister has promised us roads without tolls in another 2 years. However, whenever it happens. So I think we look forward with more hope. A lot of positive news coming in all over the place.
Thank you. That's what it is. Thank you very much. Nice talking to you.